Welcome to Disorganized Religion. I'm Reverend Cal, and this is my church. Before you ask, this isn't that kind of church, and I'm not that kind of reverend. We don't have rules or rituals. We don't need rules, and rituals are no fun unless we're talking pyrotechnics. Why burn incense when you can explode incense, right? Getting off topic here, but we're not. We're gonna dial the medication as we go in here. We'll get it right. But I was just saying no rituals, but also I'm not here to judge you or shame you because those people suck ass. But I am here to educate, perhaps enlighten, and entertain you. And we don't have a book. We can use any book. How's that sound? Maybe we'll crack open the anarchist cookbook later. But we're going to start cliche and open up the Bible. Don't worry, I am not going to read it directly. I'm going to paraphrase because don't want to speaketh the King James English. I want to start the beginning, so I'll be paraphrasing Genesis. So the Garden of Eden, in a Garden of Eden, baby. I think that's what they're trying to sing with that song. But in the garden, we had it made. We were fucking chilling in paradise. I mean, it was great. Plenty to eat. Women are naked everywhere, and you don't got to pay. Things were good, but humans could fuck up anything. But there was one tree that grew in the garden that we couldn't have, and of course, Satan slithers into the garden and tells Eve to get up on that fruit, and we got to share it with Adam. So we failed the test, get kicked out, and this place is our jail. Hell of a way to start a book, guys. But besides that, I've always had problems with this story. First, why is the tree there? I mean, it's paradise. Can't the tree be somewhere else? Or maybe it can grow tall enough that we wouldn't reach it. Does that make sense? I mean, make the fruit grow high. Also, what the fuck is Satan doing there? I mean, it's not actually Satan in the book. It's a serpent, but everyone thinks it's Satan because, snakes don't talk. This is supposed to be paradise. Why is there a talking snake there anyway? The stories seem like it may be some missing details or got some stuff wrong to me, but um, we probably have the original story. If not the OG story, then a way older version. So in 1849 in Iraq, before the U.S. arrived and dropped liberty all over the place. There was an old library that a British archaeologist found a smashed up old tablet. So he collected it, couldn't read it. But 25 years later, they translated it. It was in Akkadian script, and it was their story of creation called the Enuma elish. The story predated Genesis by hundreds or even thousands of years. So in Genesis, the Garden of Eden is paradise for us. We had it made, but in the Akkadian story, it starts the story quite a bit earlier. So in this story, the gods actually lived here on Earth. Yeah, there were gods in the story, multiple. These gods weren't the creators of the universe type gods, but they were gods we called Anunnaki. So the Anunnaki were here on Earth, and they were doing some kind of work. Maybe they were mining. It doesn't translate that well, but plus there's pieces missing, but not sure. But they had some slaves with them. They brought slaves with them called the Agigi to do the work for them because I guess they're lazy. But the Agigi were dicks, and they fought back. So the Anunnaki had to kill them, and the Anunnaki didn't want to do the work themselves. So the leader of this tribe, his name is Enlil. He's got a brother named Enki. Enki is tasked with finding some new slaves for them, so they don't got to do the work. So Enki goes and combines some Anunnaki DNA and finds some maybe some Homo erectus or something like that. Yeah, it was just a reason to say Homo erectus, But anyway, Enki, out of various stuff, creates people. These are good slaves. Do the good work, listen really well, and he brings them back to the garden. That's right. We were there to work. The garden was a paradise for the gods, not us. That was work for us. So, but things were good for us. We were stupid and did what we were told until Enki started to feel bad for us because we were stupid and sterile. We were sterile also. So Enki kind of broke the rules, twisted the rules for us. This is him twisting the rules is kind of a common theme with Enki, but he thought he'd let us be a little bit smarter, and also he'd let us fuck. Enki's a great dude. Thanks, Enki. Appreciate it. It pissed off his brother. His brother gets pissed a lot at him because not only do humans fuck like rabbits and grow really fast, because we got into the whole fucking thing once we were introduced to it, but we also lost the ability to shut the fuck up. So Enlil wasn't able to sleep. We were making too much noise, and there was too many people. He said, "That's enough of these guys. We're kicking them out of the garden." So we were kicked out of the garden, and that's how we got here. That's the story. That's I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but have you ever heard that story? They they taught me in school up the Iliad and Zeus and all that shit, but you never heard stuff like this. Do you think maybe it's because this story and some other stories in Genesis sound a little bit familiar? But I digress. Yeah, it's a pretty cool story. It makes sense. I like the story, but let's compare it to the original or the one we know of. In Genesis, humans are wicked by nature. We had everything and we lost it, and we're here to be forgiven for original sin. That says that we're animals. We need strict rules, and we need to be told what we can't and can't think. We're that bad. So what does the original version tell us? On the Enuma elish version, it says that we were slaves, but we've been freed. We've been given great gifts, and we're good people. We're designed to achieve greatness. And Enki wanted us to be, as good as them. So first, you need to first ask, why did they change the story? It seems like some details got lost in the translation. I mean, first, they went from many gods to one god. They went from polytheists to monotheists. So obviously a story having two different gods making two different rules doesn't translate all that well. But is that the only reason? So if you were a church, let's say you were an organized religion, where it's your job, your objective to control people, not like us. We're not here to control you. But if it was your objective to control people, which origin story there would you pick? I would imagine you'd probably lean toward the one that says humans are pieces of shit who need strict controls, and need the church, need the rules, need to give them money, right? It's always about the money and the control. But that's my 2 cents. I welcome your input, but that's kind of what I think. And I think the original story, it says a much more enlightening, much more great version of humanity, and it says more about our nature, and it's true to what I know of the world. Because when you see a beached whale, if whale beaches himself on the beach, 25, 50 people run toward it fast as they can and try to save this thing, work together, don't even have anything in it. They don't care about the whale. It's not their relative, but people just have this nature that we're good and we want to help. So that doesn't ring true to to say that we're wicked at heart. That says that we're great people, and we can only unlearn that. So empathy and love come naturally to humans, and you can only unlearn empathy and love. So reject control. Reject the ones who tell you that, humans don't have empathy or love naturally, because those are the ones who are trying to control you. And don't be controlled. But that's all I have, folks. I'll be back soon, and thanks for joining us.